Hello, everyone. It's so good to be here. Let's just wait a little bit. I think it's connecting everywhere from all the channels that I have listed here. I think we are connecting. Hello, everyone. It's Monday, May 20th, 2022, 24. No, I was going to say 2020. 2024. Look what we have here. Today, Michael and I welcome Susie joining us today. Susie McCray. Everybody knows Susie McCray. Um, let's say hello, everyone. I'm from California. Susie, would you like to say hello? And then we'll come to Michael.
Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you from Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. Good to see everybody. Good to see you, Michael and Julie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Michael, would you please say hello to everyone today?
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Susie. Yeah, great to have you with us. Susie always brings the fun, so we welcome you.
Get ready. Get ready.
You have something fun to bring. Let's start with laughing. I think it's very empowering, Susie.
Oh, is that what we're talking about today?
Yeah, we're talking about Onpassive being so empowered. It's empowering other people to do empowering things, right? And so let's start with a laugh, Susie. Do you have something fun?
Oh, geez, you put me right on the spot. Well, I got to tell you, I've been thinking and looking at things very carefully before we spoke today.
Look at you,
and then
Susie.
then I said to myself, that's getting me crazy. I don't have to prepare for anything. You know why? Because we're focused and we're empowered and we know what's happening. So we don't have to prepare for anything. But yeah, you'll see those glasses again in a bit.
Absolutely. Susie, thank you for joining us today. And Michael, so good to see you. It seems like forever. We weren't here last week, and it seems like forever, right? But we are in such a good time of our life, and we know many of us are playing different roles in our life, whether or not we are daughter, sister, mom, dad. We play roles in our life, our community, our family. Isn't it great to empower someone to go out and do empowering things? We have children, we have friends. Always we can bring up, or we can help someone to empower them to go out there and doing empowering things. For example, speaking positive is one of the tools that I believe is empowering to other people. And if all of us have been in Onpassive, we have seen the journey that Onpassive is traveling, and it's so empowered to be there and to actually receive the information, the knowledge, the connections between all of us around the world. And that is a tool to empower us to go out there and make a difference in someone else's life and be the best version of ourselves. This morning when I was on with Marty and Chris, I was talking about waiting. Obviously, I'm not an English teacher, but waiting, the word wait, to wait is the verb. The verb means you take the action. And what is it? What's action that we are taking from this point or from wherever we decided to do? How are we going to take that action to empower someone to do something, to make a difference in their life, or to actually making a difference in the people of the community? And so, Michael and Susie, today our topic is Onpassive. First, it's about Onpassive and empowerment. How are we going to put that together, the actions that we take to empower other people? Michael or Susie, however, let's have that open conversations for us. So anyone's has, please step in and yeah.
Well, I like to talk.
Take it away, Susie. Yeah, take it away.
Okay.
I
Well,
want to just sit here today and just listen to both of you speak. So I'm
oh,
going to do as little talking today as possible, especially given Susie as much of the platform. It's your day, Susie, because you bring the fun. Go ahead.
oh,
I love
oh.
it. I love it,
Well,
Michael.
thank you. Michael's taking a break and doing something else on the side. I'm just teasing you, Michael. So, I mean, this is very simple and easy. I mean, if you look up the word empowerment, um, the definition of it, it's empowerment is the authority or power to give someone to do something. But also one of the definition is the process, and I'm reading it right from the dictionary, the process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in controlling one's life and claiming one's rights. Okay. So on passive, and our CEO, Ash Mufareh, have given us that. They have given us that all in one confidence. I know I speak for those of you who are part of OnPassive. Maybe there's some of you watching this that are interested in OnPassive, but 99% of that empowerment is a done deal, as we say in OnPassive. Why? Because our CEO, Ash Mufareh, has brilliantly put together an all-in-one package for all of us to take action to become more powerful, to have more confidence, and to go out there, take action, and help to empower others to change their life for the better. So how has he done this? And, I was talking to Julie and Michael before. I didn't really plan to talk about anything. Of course, I have a few fun things to talk about. I didn't really plan anything because it's so easy and simple to talk about something that you know, love, and trust. And I always say that. I know, love, and trust Ash Mufareh and OnPassive. So how has OnPassive given me personally empowerment, and how is that is happening to everyone who has been involved? Well, it's very simple. We trust the process, and Ash has created something that all we have to do is catch his vision, plug in. He's created all of the products, the tools, an ecosystem that you join, and you just have to go in there and start experiencing it and understanding that OnPassive in the ecosystem is going to have almost anything you would ever need to provide solutions in your life, whether it's business solutions, solutions for communication in your personal life, solutions financially. It's all there. So to me, it's a no-brainer to say it's not just CAPMO, as we all know what that means. It's also the all-in-one tool OnPassive to feel and become empowered. And I know a lot of us feel that way. And we are all going out there in over 200 countries as empowered people to help others take back control of their life, take back and take action, do the things that are important to them, become creative again. I hope you don't mind me keep talking, Julie, because I haven't talked in a while and I got a lot to say.
Yes, yes, continue, Susie, and I love what you're
Okay.
saying. So yes, please continue.
Okay. So because I know people watching this are people that are already part of OnPassive, or possibly people who are like, what the heck's going on? So I'll tell you, sometimes what happens when we try to talk about OnPassive is we get diarrhea of the mouth. How do I know that? classic example. I can blah, 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 blah. Talk, 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 talk. I want those of you who are part of Onpassive to think about why you decided to say yes, come in to the ecosystem, and to see what was going on in Onpassive. 2020, January, the reason I came in was I very quickly saw that this, back then it was a digital marketing platform all in one. And of course, it's changed into a lot more than that. But I saw it solved a problem in my life. It was a solution to something in my life. I didn't need to hear much, but things clicked in my head, and I said, I had a problem. I was looking for a solution, and there it was. What was that problem? I was involved with direct sales. I wanted to increase sales. I felt like I had all different tools all over the place. I wanted to help my team, my organization. And finally, I saw that this CEO, Ash Mufareh, got it, understood it, had everything under one umbrella, all in one. It solved the problem. Now, that was my initial, and I'd like every initial, like why I got in. And once I got in, so many things have changed. I have learned so many things. I understand things so much better. So I want everyone to kind of think about why do you look at something? Why are you interested in something? Why do you seek something out? And most of the time it's because we're looking to have something better, to have a solution. So the funny thing I wanted to do is what we end up doing is we do what we call techno-babble. Okay. So here's an example. Say you're talking about Onpassive, and you're at a dinner party, or you're at a social event, or a graduation, or a wedding, and you start talking about it. You put on your nerd glasses and you're like, oh, well, Onpassive is an IT, that's information technology infused with AI, which is artificial intelligence, which is doing a paradigm shift. And oh, you wouldn't believe it. We have a building on the Burj Khalifa, and we even had Marty. Oh, you'd love Marty. You got to watch Marty's live. And we have a CEO. He is the funniest and nicest guy, blah, 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 blah. And while you're doing that, the person you're talking to is like, what the hell is she talking about? She lost me with the Burj Khalifa. I have no idea. What is she talking about? So we get excited about it. We all like to talk about those things. Yes, those things are all true. Yes, it's AI. Yes, it's information technology. Yes, we have the metro station in Dubai. The Burj Khalifa. Yes, Marty's and Chris are always on doing a live in red, and oh, the environment is great and all that. But what ends up happening is we all kind of like get so excited when we're talking to the public or someone about it that we kind of do overload, because we've all been part of it. We know how great it is. So, some of my words of wisdom today that I bring to the table is keep it simple. Julie, you always say that. Keep it simple, So those of you who are watching that are already part of it, you get it. You understand it. You're plugged in. You know the environment. Those of you who are like, what the heck is this? Who's this girl wearing the different glasses? What's going on in there? All you need to know, right? All you need to know is what's Onpassive. Come to our ecosystem for free and take a look around. All of us go places and people ask, what do you do? What have you been up to? What's going on? And you could go on and on and on with all of the details, or you could say, I'm part of a company that helps businesses save time and money all under one roof. And that gets people, oh, that's interesting. You know, yes, we have lots of details, but we really don't have to. Ash has made it so that all we have to do is invite people into the ecosystem, which is created, as I always call it, an oasis where people can come, look around, see all the goodness that's in there, all the different products and services, what the company's about, all the great things that are going on. Doesn't need to be more than that. So my point on empowerment is words we use can be very empowering. So sit back and think about the words you use when you talk about on passive, why you came in. Keep it simple. That's basically what I wanted to start off with, Julie and Michael, is, don't complicate things. Keep it simple. You don't have to be an expert in every single item in On Passive. Just tell people, come join our oasis. Come on in and take a look around. It's free to come in. Just take a look around and you'll be well taken care of.
Absolutely. I love it, Susie. There you go. Wherever Susie go, there's an F that comes along with it. An F is,
Funny,
it's
fun. Yeah.
fun.
You like
And
those
there's
glasses? Yeah.
yes, there's wisdom behind it too. I love it, Susie. But the one thing that I say is that, it gotta come from your heart, Susie, because you love and trust on passive, and everything that you're saying coming really straight from your heart about how you believe and how you trust on it. So it all start coming from there, and the words
Right.
that you speak gotta also coming from there. How your sincerity and your love and trust something that you do, the things that you believe in, you don't have to
Hmm.
say much.
Right.
It's just from the it's a zoot from your, is that the word? It from your heart.
Exudes. Yeah. Yeah. And I wanted to mention too, I was thinking about this while I was talking. Think about, and I know people always use this example, like you go to a great restaurant, you have a great experience, you share it with someone, you see a great movie. Okay. So if somebody comes up to me that has seen a great movie, these, what do I want to hear that will want me to go experience it? When people go and have a great meal at a restaurant, what is it that I want to hear and feel? Okay. So if somebody starts telling me about a movie and they go into the history of it and they give me all of these details about this one, and it was directed by this one, and it was made in this place, and it's an hour and 30 minutes, and it goes on and on and on. But if someone says to me, Susie, I just saw the best movie. It left me with my heart full, the hair on my arms standing up, and the acting was unbelievable. That piques my interest. Okay? Because that's like, wow. And or they say it's so good you never get bored, because I get bored easily. So if someone were to say all those words, I'd be like, oh wow. Same thing as a restaurant. You know, I don't want to hear about all the ingredients or the menu. I want to know, hey, I went to this restaurant. Oh my goodness. Everything tasted so good. I couldn't even tell what was in all of the ingredients, but boy, it tasted good. The environment was great. It didn't kill my pocketbook. Sometimes that's important to people. And I just thoroughly enjoyed the whole experience. Not, well, they had an arugula salad and they sprinkled a little bit of this and that kind of tasted like this. And that it's like too much information. Just tell me what you experienced. And that's how I feel about On Passive. Go in, experience it, become part of the culture, see, feel, and hear the CEO. What I tell you about him doesn't matter. You need to experience it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. At the very beginning, Susie, I came into On Passive. I truly didn't get anything. I truly didn't understand it, because at that time it was a rolling out of Go Founders, I honestly didn't understand, but I never give up. I never give up. Why? Because you have that feeling, you have that. It's weird, that energy between everyone's that goes on and talk about on passive. You then just became part of it. And once you became part of it, you could feel that is something's coming. I love to hear from you, Michael. You don't get a break today. Not the whole break.
I've, I've been enjoying my break. Like this is awesome. Yeah, I mean, when you think of what people are here for, right? Everyone is looking for a solution, right? People are looking for solutions, whether it's a product that they need as a solution, whether it's a financial solution. We're all looking for some sort of solution. And what OnPassive and Ash Mufareh has done is to empower us to be confident knowing that we have found that solution, whatever it may be, right? We have found it. So, not just money, right? But products, right? People want to have that one-stop shop. I want to have that one-stop shop, right? I want to have all of my tools, all of my products, everything that I need to conduct my business. I want it to be under one roof, right? I want them to be cost effective. I don't want to be paying more than I need to be paying. You understand? So all of that has been put together, and then now is empowered us to be able to invite others to share the benefit of OnPassive, right? And that to me is the greatest thing, because people are having it so rough out there. Think about what has happened over the past 5 years. Think about everything that has transpired since COVID, how the economy seemed to just turn for the worse, right? And it's getting worse and worse and worse, right? So people are out there struggling. And so for me, I'm forever grateful that we're able to share with a lot of people the goodness of OnPassive, and that they're able to come in as a founded member, as a brand ambassador, early adopter, etc., right? That is really, really good. So when you think about it, Ash has empowered us to be able to empower other people so that they can benefit in tremendous ways that some are not even sure yet. They're not 100% clear. They just know, yeah, it's a done deal. Yeah, I'm going to win. But the level or the magnitude of what people will be able to do by, again, empowering other people that are out there within their communities around the globe, right? In so many different ways. We always talk about Hope Bless, right? To be able to have the ability to help someone, to be able to help uplift someone, right? To be able to give someone a lending hand, to be able to offer someone a key to their financial, security, right? Financial freedom. Think about all of that. All of that is encompassed within OnPassive. It's all there. Whatever your desire, the good desires of your heart, it can be found within OnPassive, right? Maybe you're someone that, I love helping people, or I have this great course, I have a lot of information I want to teach others, I want to share it with people, I have knowledge. All these things, we are so empowered, not just with the CATMO aspect, right? But when we think of the values of the products that are coming forward and how we'll be able to use those products to reach even more people, right? And the amount of customers, the public, how the public will benefit, because the public is also tired. When you go buy something, it's like, okay, like, am I really paying too much for this, right? Because that's usually what happens. Companies are selling us products at some skyrocket prices when you think about it, right? And OnPassive says, you know what? We don't have to do that either. Yes, we want to make money. Yes, we want revenue to come in, but not at the expense, right, of ripping off people, not at the expense of charging people more, right, than is necessary. You understand? So when we think about everything about OnPassive, it definitely helps us to be able to help other people. And that's to me, because you join a lot of businesses, right? I know people have joined a lot of businesses, right? You join different companies, right? And you think that, well, yeah, I'm inviting someone in because I'm actually helping them. And you're not helping them. Why? Because when they come in, they don't win. So how did you actually help them? You know what I mean? They don't win. Here in OnPassive, when we invite others to come in, they will win. That's what we say is a done deal, right? And to me, that's empowerment. To have that confidence, right? A lot of people don't like sharing. A lot of people don't like talking. We see all these people doing webinars now and all these things. Because why? They feel empowered. They feel that this is something that, I've been given a gift and I want to share that gift with the world. Things are so much better in ONPASSIVE than when people didn't have an ONPASSIVE. And where we are right now, we're just getting started. So think about where we will be a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, right? Just think about that. Think of the lives that will be impacted, right? Think of the people that are homeless that will be able to help, and so on. The list goes on and on and on with the benefits of what this company, this journey that ONPASSIVE has started, this movement that they have created, right? You have more and more people thinking positive, right? You talk about positive thinking, Julie, right? More and more people, right, have become so positive about their lives, about their future because of ONPASSIVE. Because a lot of people gave up hope. They never thought that they can dust off those dreams again. They thought like, this is it. My life is just sucks and that's just how it's going to be, right? And now they have purpose. Now they have purpose. Now there is something that they have been empowered with that they can now go out there and make a difference in people's lives. So yeah, I'm just loving it. So let me just go back to my retirement and I turn it back to the two of you.
I love what you're saying, Michael and Susie, both of you. What you're saying here is because a lot of the things that you're saying are the actions that you take, whether or not it's in our mind, the things that the words that we speak. I said this morning, the third law of Newton. Whatever the actions that you're taking, you have an equal or the opposite reactions to whatever the reaction. So positive thinkings, positive words, positive empowerment will help. What else? What else there are out there? It's really, it's truly. I mean, I got to go back to it's all about you. How you are feeling inside. Are you angry? Are you despair of the things that happen, or are you taking your duties as a brand ambassador, as a user, as an affiliate, or as the family member? What is the reaction that we are taking so that we can receive that equal reactions back, positive? Whatever we send out positive will come back to us as positive. Susie, Michael, please.
Yeah, that's this all great all great conversation. The word that was in empowerment definition is confidence. And those of you who heard our CEO speak the other day, how much confidence was in that voice? ONPASSIVE is here to stay. We're just getting started. So I know myself, I can only speak for myself. My confidence is through the roof about ONPASSIVE, about the company, and I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel so blessed moving forward, which like Michael said, we're just getting started. And we've got some big, exciting things happening, I'm sure, this week. And it's all wonderful news. But I would like to talk about one thing, if I could. Michael, you had something click in my head about all of the tools and resources and products that we need under one roof. So yes, there are a lot of people who may be watching this, have businesses or are involved in businesses that are looking for their solutions all in one. And I'm going to tell you about something very frustrating that has been going on. I have my best friend is credentialing for a position with the federal government. Okay. So what does credentialing mean? Well, she's in the medical field. So for those of you a lot of you may understand what it is. Some of you may not. But to me, it's an archaic old way of doing things where I'm not sure how they do it in other countries. But when I worked for the hospital and whatnot, when you credentialed someone, either a physician or a mid-level provider, advanced practitioner, you have to go through unbelievable background, history, malpractice, so much digging in, paperwork, whatever. So she started this process, and I was helping her, if you could see the paperwork and the different platforms that she has to go and redundantly fill out the same information. And some of it was actually you had to print out and hand write and scan in and send in on one area. Then there was some of the background check, Equifax, some other stuff where now she has to go to another section. Then she had to get the fingerprinting pre-work done on another platform. And then she was told today to go to another platform because the person in charge of the credentialing said to her, there's a new platform and company we're using to do this other security information, and they don't talk to us. We don't hear from them. Did you receive an email from them? This has been going on since the middle of April. Okay. Credentialing takes anywhere from 3 to 4 months. So you have in the medical industry, all of these people either switching jobs or going to work somewhere, and it's a nightmare. So now take a look at OnPassive. I'm not saying OnPassive is going to be the answer to credentialing physicians and mid-level providers in the United States. However, I won't be surprised if it's something in the future to have all of these platforms on one single sign-on, all talking to each other, that the credentialing people can gather the information. Why does she have to enter in all that information multiple times where one application should feed all the other things she needs to complete? And that's what Ash has developed in his team in a product called OStaff, which is near and dear to my heart. It's a human resource management platform. Cannot wait for businesses in the world to get their hands on that and to finally have a solution. We have a CEO who has finally figured things out to make things simple, keep life easier. This redundancy, this paperwork, and it's not just in credentialing, it's not just in human resources. It's a problem everywhere with a lot of businesses. Ash is onto it. He is developing solutions. And when people start seeing the solutions, they're going to go, oh my God, I wish I thought of that because he's thought of it. That's how creative he is. And that's what he's got working in OnPassive. Tools and solutions that are going to help us. They're going to solve a lot of our problems, business-wise and personal-wise, save time, save money, save frustration. And you go into the ecosystem, and what are you going to have? My favorite F word, fun. He's going to make it fun and easy for everybody. So I know Absolutely. I rambled on, but it's just in this day and age to see, even in the government stuff, that it's just so convoluted and no one's talking to each other. It's just crazy.
And I love the fact that OnPassive providing that digital solutions, and it's so affordable for anybody to be part or use it, and also so affordable. And you really, that's what SaaS stand for, right? You pay on whatever you want to use. I love the fact of automation. I love for Michael to talk about the automation of OnPassive, because you talk about it, Susie. When you have something that in one place, you don't have to go anywhere, but that one place that's automatically being done and deliver and do the things that you need to do it. If you're a business owner, wouldn't you want to have your business to automate itself and bring in that targeted?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. Yep.
it's
Because
huge.
we're human beings. So you have a business owner, or you have someone like Michael. Michael an excellent business. He's he's a self-made person with his business. And I mean that, Michael. I admire you for what you've done in your life and your business. Having full automation, Capmo, and what OnPassive has to offer all of us who get involved in it and choose to be affiliates in it, what a great thing that is. So that if Michael's not feeling well one week, or he has obligations to his family, or the business is working 24/7 through the automation, through the, all of the artificial intelligence that's intertwined into everything, fully automated. I mean, I think a lot of people don't always trust automation, but in OnPassive, I know I trust the automation of it. We've seen a lot of the automation of it, and what a wonderful sense of relief automation is for people. Because those of you out there who have businesses and you're struggling because things aren't automated that possibly could be. Now, everything can't be automated, but a lot of things can. So if you're depending on staff, employees, family members, and they're distracted, they're having a personal issue, they've got a sick child, they want to go away on vacation, and you're like pulling your hair out, how am I going to get this done? Automation is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
I love it.
Mhm.
Michael, what do you say to that?
Well, I mean, you want me to talk for the next hour? Um, right,
He
when
loves
you
automation.
Yes.
when you think about it, right? Just what you need to run a business, like any business. Let's just talk about the majority of people who have a small business, right? Most people don't have large corporations, etc., but they have a small business. Maybe they join a company, they're an affiliate or something, or a distributor of a particular product or whatever, right? When you want to be able to have your products um, accessible to the globe, like think of the things that you have to do, right? Okay, you need to get a domain name, or you should get one. Okay, that's the first place you want to start. You want to get that. You don't want to be running around with, a replicated websites, right? So meaning companyabc.com / your name, or / ID number, username, whatever. That's not what you want to do. Okay, if you want to be a professional, marketer, professional business builder, if you want to take your business serious, these are some of the things that you need to be doing, right? You need a bulk mailer, right? You want to be able to process a lot of contacts, be able to communicate with them, not sitting there doing, sending one email at a time and another email. That's going to take you forever, right? Whereas, I can get out a million emails in a short period of time by using a bulk mailer, right? By having multiple IP addresses, different servers, all this fancy stuff, right? But the point, what I'm trying to get at here is all the things that you need: autoresponder. You need to have hundreds of websites to get traffic from. You can't just go to one source. Okay? You need a whole bunch of them, right? So imagine having all these things that you need under one roof. I just log in and everything is there for me, right? You need a URL shortener. It's there also because, before OnPassive, I have multiple companies that I'm working with, right? Traffic alone, like over 400 different companies that you're working with just to get traffic. 400, right? So can you imagine you got to log into all these different websites to do what you need to do to generate your traffic and so on, right? Then, okay, domain names. Okay, I got to go to another company to get that stuff, right? website builder, web hosting, right? All these things that you need to run your business, right? Because by having it all set up in an automated way now once you get it going, right? Once you get, because you have to get it going. You can't just say, well, it's all done. You got to get it going. You got to start the ignition, right? And then it just runs on its own. Because like Susie's saying, okay, like if I'm busy, I don't need to worry about it because I know that my business is still being run, right? If I have to, leave because, one of the kids them calling, can you come pick me up, blah, blah. Okay, and I'm out the door to go get them. I'm usually driving at least an hour to 2 hours sometimes, right? So when you think about all of that, to have your business in the background working for you no matter what, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year after year after year, that's how you make it. That's how you become successful. OnPassive understands this. Our CEO understands all of this. And he says, okay, we can do this. We can do all of this for people. We can make it happen for them so that they don't have to be tech savvy. They don't have to understand how to put all this stuff together, right? You give somebody a bulk mailer, okay, well, what do I do with it, right? And then the cost on top of it. We're talking about hundreds of dollars for each of these things that I'm mentioning. So by the time you add it up, you're talking about thousands of dollars just to run your business, okay? Most people don't have thousands of dollars, okay? Maybe, in the United States, Canada, Germany, whatever, but the bulk of the countries around the world, people don't have thousands of dollars to say, yes, that's just my expense, my business expense, just to run my bit. They don't. People have a few bucks that they want to put in, and somehow magically, like Jack and the Beanstalk, it just magically grows into this, giant stock. That's what people are looking for. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist, folks. But what does exist is a real business called OnPassive, where it doesn't take much to get in, right? It doesn't take much to buy the products then, because the company's not looking to fleece you, right? This is what we're talking about, the correction of the corruption. So all these things, and this is why we're going back to the title of empowerment, right? The company is now giving you the ability to be free, right? To be financially free, to have time freedom, right? The company is giving you all of that so that you can live life on your own terms, not dictated by somebody says, hey, you got to be here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Hey, you can't leave until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, you got to be here Monday to Friday. What do you mean you're sick? You're fired. We'll just find somebody else who can be here, right? That's not how you want to live your life, because that formula has not been working for people. When we see people today who have retired and they're out there looking, why are they looking? I mean, they've worked 40 years already. You understand me? They're still out there looking. Why? Because of the climate that we're living in. Most people are unable to save during their working years. Otherwise, no one, when you retire, you wouldn't have to look for anything. You know what I mean? Like, you're good to go, right? And then you may be okay. You're retired and you're okay, but then it's your children then, right? They're adults now, but they're struggling, right? And then it could be your grandchildren. You want to be able to prepare, help out so that your grandchildren have a good start in life. So it's a trickle effect, right? So much is going on. And OnPassive is saying, hey, we got you for generations. Not just for you, not just for your family, but we got you for generations, meaning that we're going to help you for generations to come, because it can be done. It can be. Let's just automate the sales process for people. And that alone is giving you a leg up. That alone is going to help you tremendously. Just the fact that all of this stuff that we're talking about can be automated. You can program software. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Then when you get into artificial intelligence, that's a whole different ball game now. Okay. Because we didn't have that. What we have today, we didn't have it, 20 years ago. Right. That's what we say. It's a game changer. And if you have a company that is using it the right way, because you can use AI, to do some shady stuff. Okay. We're talking about using AI in a good way, right? In a good way. That's what OnPassive is all about. And I'm telling you, folks, whether you're in or you're not in, you're going to be impacted by OnPassive one way or the other. You will be. You will know someone who's in OnPassive. Okay. That's how big OnPassive is going to get, because there will be something. There will be something. There'll be at least one thing in OnPassive that people will come for. I don't care if you have a business already. You're going to need traffic, right? And you always need traffic. That's not going to change. You're not, well, I have all the traffic that I could. No. Why do you think companies who are 50 years old are still, buying commercial spots? They're still advertising on billboards. You know what I mean? They're still on the radio. They're still sending out flyers like newspaper. You think like nobody gets newspapers anymore. Nobody gets flyers. My mailbox is still filled every week I go and I check it. It's still filled, Susie, with all these flyers. So clearly it's working. Otherwise, they wouldn't be spending all this money on it, right? The point is we have something to be treasured in OnPassive. That's what we have, folks. Something to be treasured.
I love this, Michael and Susie. Everything that we're literally talking about is going back to what? Catmo. That's a seed of information, the seed of knowledge that we all really get from the very beginning. So let me ask, I know, from your imagination, Susie and Michael, what is, I'm talking about the complete system right now. So what would a complete digital system that you imagine?
What do you mean? Imagine. It's
What we know so far, we're
uh-huh.
going back to see as a complete digital solution, to complete digital
Yeah.
system, right?
Yeah.
So what is a complete digital solution in your mind? It's based on what we know so far and on passive. What is the complete system look like to you?
Well, to me, this is what I've always thought from day one was that I'd be able to log into my ecosystem, check what's going on in what's happening in all of my areas there. Of course, I don't want to talk too much about money, but money is part of it. Find out what new products are out there, what products have I purchased, what action can I take with to help the automation to even enhance it more, but just basically not spending all my time trying to figure things out. That work is completely automated there for anyone to be able to follow, anybody. But then going in, evaluating, putting my little twist to it, maybe my little brand to it, having fun with it, and just having it all there in one place. You see, Michael was talking about, the empowerment. Julie's been talking about it, us going back out there and helping other people. That is obviously one of the best feelings you can have when you have something and you pay it forward and you help somebody else and empower them. And words from our CEO is he said, we are going to be the hero. And we know, love, and trust that fact that we are going to be the hero. He has made us the hero. We have been here engaged, following the vision. So when you talk about it, Julie, it's like I said time and time again, I'm going to enter my oasis every day, see what's going on, have fun with some of the products, talk to some businesses or to some personal friends about it, look and see what's going on in that ecosystem. How can I personally tweak it a little bit better? And then if I want to go do something, I'm very assured that it's automated and it's going to take care of itself without me having to have the work on my shoulders. So that's kind of how I see it, Julie, completely automated and getting people's eyes in front of what we have to offer. And then of course, us earning from that as well.
Absolutely. I love what you're saying. I'm while I listening to you and watch what you're saying, I'm really truly coming back to what we've talked a couple weeks about, keeping it simple. You said it today, keeping things simple. And the things simple to me, to my understanding, the ecosystem of OnPassive is has what the company's doing, all the tech teams, everybody's in that ecosystem creating the product are working very well for all of us, and we are the users. When all of those three functions are working very well together, everybody's in the ecosystem, have great times, enjoy the ecosystem, and enjoy the system that OnPassive creating, and everybody wins. And that's how I see our OnPassive ecosystem, or the complete system, is come into place. It's all of that function, all of that pillars of OnPassive are all coming in together. What's your imaginations of the complete system is, Michael?
Well, we can't forget about selling, right? Like it's all about sales, right? Some people don't like hear that word and whatever, but it's factual, folks. Okay, if there's no selling going on, there's no money being made. Okay, so you have to be in a situation whereby sales are being generated, right? You have to be generating customers. Customers have to be purchasing your products. For you to have a complete system. So meaning you have to have payment processors working, you have to be able to administer the commission payouts, all those things, everything have to be there. So you have to be able to take someone who's never heard about OnPassive before, to hear about OnPassive, to become a customer, to generate commissions, and the person who got that sale was able to receive their commission. Now you have a complete cycle, and you keep, over and over and over and over again. It's a loop, right? It's just on loop, it's just on repeat, right? Over and over and over and over again. That's what needs to be in place in order for us to say that, yes, now we have a complete system, right? That being said, right, Warren Buffett, has said it, years ago, that you have to find a way to be able to make money, right, while you're sleeping, right? Because if you don't, you're going to work until you die. And that is such a profound statement. It is true, folks. You have to be able to do it, right? Show me all those people out there who are successful because they've been working 40, 50 hours a week. Show me those people. Yeah, right? Yeah, they may have a house, they may have a car or whatever, but they don't have the freedom that they've been looking for. They become a slave to their job because the minute they stop working, there is no money, right? The minute they stop working, there is no money, okay? So I'd rather be in a position whereby I can work for 10 years really hard, putting stuff together, putting all the pieces that I need, and then I can now walk away. I can say, okay, I'm retired. Why? Because I've created something, I've put something together that can run without me, that can run while I'm sleeping, right? When you start to use software, automation, tools, when you start to use all of that stuff, okay, guess what? None of it complains. You'll never hear that software looking back at you saying, hey, buddy, I need a break, okay? Today's my day off. What do you mean? Why are you calling me? You want me to do work, right? It's my day off, right?
I'm sick today. I have virus today.
Exactly. But we know people, take nurses, for example, and it's their day off, and they're called in because somebody else couldn't make it in, whatever. Oh, can you come to work today? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But it's my day off, though. What do you mean, right? And you feel obligated that you have to go, and help out, right? So software, they don't complain. You know what I mean? And they can work long hours. There is no limit, right? If they break down, you fix them and they go again. You know what I mean? Whereas with us, we do get sick, right?
Yeah.
We do have breakdowns, you know what I mean? Sometimes nervous breakdowns, right? And so on, right? So the point is that when we put all of this together and it's working as it should, from A to B to C, all the way to Z and back again to A, and just keeps going around in a circle like that, Julie, that's what we're looking for. That's what we need to have true success, because then it really doesn't depend upon us, right? Can we infuse some elbow grease into it? Absolutely, right? It could be as simple as, you know what, let me go buy some more traffic today. Let me double up on the amount of traffic I purchased last month, right? It could be as simple as that, right? It could be as simple as, you know what, I wasn't going to tell my friend about this, but you know what? I think the right thing to do is to just put it in front of him. If he chooses not to, that's okay, because it's neither here nor there to me. I have so much traffic that's coming that I really don't have to go talk to my friends or family about this. I really don't have to, because I have so much traffic, right? People that are actually interested in the products that we have to offer. I have so much traffic. So I really don't have to go talk to Tom and John and Susie, and not you, Susie, right? The other Susie, right? You understand? So
Yeah.
that's the beauty. That's the beauty about what we have, right? And to me, that's when we have that complete system. Everything is working as it should, and we're in a good place, and we can just all smile and visit each other and just have great conversation, reminiscing about the journey, right? Reminiscing about the journey.
Absolutely. And the sale and all the things that you've said, and Susie too, are the actions. And on passive never stop taking action. And every actions that they take, every action that we take, we have an equal amount of reactions, or the opposite. I do hope that everyone who's watching this session today feel empowered in whatever way, however you take it. We do hope that you are feeling empowered after listening to this conversation. It is a very exciting time here for a lot of us, for many of us, for everyone around the world. We do hope that everyone stay plugged in and keep checking. Things are happening, right? Any last word, Susie, Michael? Any last thing before we say goodbye to everyone?
Well, I just noticed, I mean, the chat has been going up and down, but John White posted something that caught my eye. And he said, you don't have to babysit Catmo. And those are classic words, right? You don't have to babysit Catmo. Way to go, John. Can't wait to see you and give you a big hug. But those are very profound words. And that's basically what we have been all saying. You don't have to babysit it. And, those days of watching over everything all the time, trust the process. And the last thing I'm going to end with is thank you to Ash Mufareh and his team, because he has instilled in all of us the confidence that OnPassive is going to bring, the confidence we have in the company and what it's going to bring, so that we fill our tank and then we're going to be out there helping empower others, because there's no greater feeling than to pay it forward and to help others also enjoy what OnPassive has to offer. What a gift he's given us, and we're just getting started. Thank you for having me, Julie and Michael.
Absolutely. We love you being here. Michael, any last words, any things you like to wrap it up with?
No, just to echo what Susie has said, right? Mr. Mufareh has given us the power and freedom to be confident about our future, right? That's just the bottom line. So I'm loving it. I'll continue to love it, because this is the best place to be.
Absolutely. And I'm second and third to what Susie said. Well said.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. And have a great day. God bless. And see you in the next week. Take care, everyone.